English version of Senator Shehu Omar online class. Here we are now on to the question 8 of WAEC 2024. But before we step into the question, I would like to tell you that you are seeing us not writing, it's just explaining in the English version of the class. If you want to see how we are computing everything numerically, you should follow the Hausa version of the class, because the English version of the class, we are using it for clarification. Wherever there is problem, you follow the English version, which we normally give a detailed explanation. But it's in the Hausa version of the class we are explaining and we are writing. It's only in the Hausa version of the class that we do write and explain at the same time. But in the English version of the class, it's strictly explaining in detail. We explain the solution to the question in detail for better understanding and clarification of any hidden point that was not explained in the Hausa version of the class. This is question 8. Question 8 comes from a topic called angle of elevation and angle of depression. So, they say two observers, Abu and Badu, they are 46 meters apart from each other, and viewing a bed, observing a bed on a vertical pole from the same side of the bed. The angle of elevation of the bed from Abu's and Badu's eye are 40 degrees and 48 degrees respectively. If at the foot of the pole, Abu and Badu are on the same horizontal, illustrate the information in a diagram and calculate correct to 1 decimal places the height of the pole. Calculate correct to 1 decimal places the height of the what? Pole. Now, if you look at it, they say two observers are on the same horizontal line. You draw a horizontal line and draw your pole. The pole is vertical, as you already stated in the question, the pole is vertical. And the two observers are on the same horizontal line. Okay, Abu happened to be the first observer, and Badu happened to be in the second observer. Both of them are on the same horizontal line. But they are 46 meters away from each other. That means the distance between from Abu to Badu is 46 meters. Therefore, you take the 46 meters here. The angle of elevation is as Abu raised his head up to view the bed from the top of the pole. You now take this line as the scale of the Abu's vision. You now use this as the scale to represent the Badu's vision. And you know, Abu happened to be the first person here. You know, the more you go and you try to view something from a top of a particular object, the more you go closer to the object, the more you raise your head up. That is why Abu, that is 46 meters behind Badu, the angle of elevation of Abu happened to be 40 degrees. And Badu, that is 46 meters away from Badu, viewing the same object as Abu is viewing. His own angle of elevation is 48 degrees. Distance between them is this. Now we have triangle A, B, C, D. Okay, we now said we are going to use the knowledge of trigonometry. Therefore, the knowledge of trigonometry, we have to apply what we call the SOHCAHTOA. Capital S stands for sine. Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Capital C stands for cos. Cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. Capital T stands for tan. Tan theta is opposite all over adjacent. Therefore, in considering triangle ACD, we are having tan theta, which is opposite over adjacent. The opposite of the triangle is H, which is height. All over, the adjacent is from Abu to Badu, which is 46 meters. And from Badu to D, which is X meter, is unknown. You now consider, name it to be your equation 1. You now say, try getting equation 2. You say triangle BCD. That is from triangle BCD. Tan theta is H all over X. Tan theta is opposite all over adjacent. Triangle BCD here. Opposite over adjacent, the opposite is H, our adjacent is X. That means it's H all over X. But when considering triangle ACD, the theta is 40 degrees. That is why we say from equation 1, tan theta is tan 40 degrees equals to H all over 46 plus X. This is our equation 1. And triangle BCD, the tan is 48 degrees. That is why we say tan theta instead of theta will be tan 48 degrees equals to H all over X. We now call it equation 2. We now say make H the subject of the formula from equation 2. This is equation 2. We make H the subject of the formula. To make H the subject of the formula, H will be equals to tan 48 times X. Tan 48 times what? X. H equals to tan 48X. And tan 48 is 1.11. Therefore, 1.11 times X is 1.11X. Our H is now 1.11x. We call it equation what? 3. We call it equation what? 3. Therefore, we use equation 2 to get h equals to 1.11x. 1.11 what? X. Therefore, we now said, okay, in place of h now in equation 1, we will not put h again, we now put 1.11x. We now say put equation 3 into equation 1. We say tan 40, this is equation 1, tan 40 equals to h all over 46.x, this is equation 1. Therefore, our tan 40, we press calculator to get tan 40 as 0.8390. Equal to our h is no longer h again. We have obtained h to be 1.11x, 1.11x, all over 46.x, 46 point what? X. Since we have fraction on the right hand side, we multiply both sides by the denominator, which is 46 plus x. We are having 0.8390 equals to, open bracket, 46 plus x equals to 1.11x all over 46 plus x times 46 plus x. So that 46 plus x here cross 46 plus x here. In the right hand side, we are left with 1.11x equals to, open bracket, 0.8390 times 46 give us 38.5. 0.8390 times x give us 0.8390x equals to 1.11x. Look at it, we have terms in x here and we have term in x here. Each one has two x, we collect like term. The term in x goes here, we are having 38.5 comes down equals to 1.11x, 1.11x. As positive 0.83 cross equality become negative 0.8390x. You subtract, you get 0.27x. 0.27x. Our value of interest is x. We have no interest on 0.27. We divide both sides by 0.27. 0.27 cross 0.27 and 38.5 divided by 0.27. Our x is 142.5. After obtaining 142.5, you can substitute this 142.5 into your equation 3 to get your x straightforward. But before you want you to be, because we want you to understand this thing in detail, that means from here to here is our x. We have now known the x to be 142.5. Therefore, triangle, we have the angle given, we have the adjacent given, and we don't have the height, which is now our value of interest. We now consider triangle BCD. Consider triangle BCD and use tan theta. In that place, we said tan theta will be opposite over adjacent, which is height all over x. Therefore, to find h, we say from triangle BCD, tan theta is opposite all over adjacent, tan 48 equals to h all over 142.5. Therefore, making h disordered, h will be equals to tan 48 times 142.5. And our tan 48 is 1.11 times 142.5. You press your calculator, 1.11 times 142.5 equals to 158.2 to the nearest, that is to the nearest to 1 decimal places. This is the height of the pole. This is the height of the pole. This is the end of question 4. That is using English version as a means, as a language of explaining, explanation. If you have any problem or the solution seems to be complicated to you, if the solution seems to be complicated to you or seems to be a little bit difficult, you are free enough to forward that same question or any other question related to this question under elevation and depression to our various channels. Facebook channel is there for you, the YouTube channel is there for you, and the WhatsApp group is there for you. Forward any question of your choice. We solve that question and send the solution to you. Our target is to make sure, and we try to by all means impact happiness in you, joy and happiness in you, so that you appreciate what we are doing and also appreciate the effort of the senator. And you know, as a politician, you should look for the best way of doing good to the person that does you good. Thank you.